What does Christmas mean to you? You don't have to ask the question, you don't have to answer the question, but think about it. What does Christmas mean to you? Because Christmas is nearly here. It's only 22 days away. And here and around the world, there are people starting their preparations, putting up trees, putting up decorations, and preparations for their version of Christmas. For the world, Christmas is often just a time for family. In our culture, we exchange gifts. In Hicks culture, it's about roast ham and an afternoon nap. But for Christians, and it really doesn't matter which of the traditions that we come from, we celebrate two things at Christmas. We celebrate both the birth of Jesus Christ, but we also celebrate something called the Incarnation, which is something that we sometimes forget is perhaps the more important part of Christmas. John 1:14 says this, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth." So at Christmas time, we remember that God the Father sent his only Son into a world that hated him. And at that, or because of that, God provided for us the only means of salvation. And one of the things that we have to remember at Christmas time, it is a salvation that we do not deserve. We can never let the Christmas hype and the stress that happens as family come together sometimes overshadow the reality of who Jesus Christ is. And so at this time, this first Sunday in Advent, and Advent means the arrival. It's a time for us to both celebrate the first coming of our Lord Jesus Christ as a baby. But one of the things that we've forgotten about Advent, but it's also a time for us to truly anticipate the second coming of our Master. So today we're going to light the first candle in this tradition. It's a tradition that's been going on for about 1,200 years, perhaps longer. This is called the Hope Candle or the Prophet's Candle. We are anticipating the coming of the Messiah. And we are anticipating the hope that he brung to us at Christmas time. In this week, I would encourage you to reflect on what Jesus coming into the world brought, thank you, but also what Jesus' return will bring. And also I'd like you to think about all of the prophecies over nearly 2,000 years before Jesus that accurately foretold, that is the right tense, that accurately foretold the birth of the Messiah. And I'm just going to read you one, Isaiah 9:6. "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace." So we're not going to leave the candle running all week, but let's remember the prophet's candle, or the candle of hope. I hope it lights.